Senate Republicans responded to our comprehensive legislation that proposes a bill that is so much weaker on nearly every single count.
We can't answer the people's demand for accountability with watered-down politics and watered-down policies and an obstructionist tactic to distract us from what we clearly know is necessary to meet the calls and the cries of this moment and this movement.
The NAACP Legal Defense Fund said, and I quote, "In this moment, we cannot support legislation that does not embody a strong accountability framework for police officers and other law enforcement who engage in misconduct, as well as needed reforms to policing practices."
Unfortunately, the majority leader is giving short shrift to this debate on ending systemic racism by putting forward an inadequate bill and essentially daring the other side to oppose it.
This is a moment for urgent action, but it is also a moment for fundamental change.
It should be obvious by now that epidemic of police brutality won't be fixed by some Band-Aid bill. We need to reckon with the real, deep, uncomfortable realities and systemic biases that have marred our country for years.
This is not a time for half measures, for one more attempt to use talking points and legislative tricks to make it seem like we're doing something when we're not.
The notion that we could respond to this moment with a commission or several commissions and incentives to do better is insulting to all of us.
We refuse to act like this is just a box we check and then we can move on. We refuse to insult Black Americans by pretending this is a serious effort. People have suffered too long for that.
The Republican Justice Act simply won't deliver the real change the American people are demanding from this body.
Leader McConnell needs to take this issue seriously and support a bipartisan process instead of just moving to a weak, flawed Republican bill just to pretend that he tried to do something.